Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Monday, July 31st, 2017. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. SegWit is still signaling at 100%, with 1,280 blocks needed before a lock-in. Lock-in is still expected to happen on Tuesday, August 8th, just a week and a day from now. In the last 24 hours, the price of Bitcoin was up around 1%, with a last of 27.84, a high of 28.09, and a low of 27.18. Our top stories today: public company to convert Bitcoin to stock in first of its kind fundraise. An Australian company is going to convert a loan into a convertible Bitcoin loan, which will then allow others to invest in the company. The company is listed on the Australian Securities Exchange. This is the first of its kind, where a company is creating a loan in Bitcoin. FBI has gained control of BTC-e's wallets. BTC-e is still claiming that they will return and that they will refund their customer funds. However, their wallets are now in control of the FBI. Still, they say, if we cannot restart our service by the end of August, we'll begin returning funds from September 1st. Good on them, although I don't know if it will be possible. And now we're joined by Jimmy Song with the check of the current Bitcoin scaling drama. How's it going, Jimmy?
It's going great. There's about 20 hours left until Bitcoin Cash begins, and that's 12:20 UTC on August 1st. There's a lot of exchanges that are now sort of suspending deposits and withdrawals. Like very last minute, I've been recommending this since the beginning. If you have any Bitcoin on exchanges, you should get it out. And some interesting things going on in Poloniex with regard to one-day interest rates for Bitcoin. I think it's up to something like 5%. So you can make 5% on your Bitcoin if you lend it out on Polo. But part of the reason is because they're not going to give you your Bitcoin Cash. So you only have to return the Bitcoin and not the Bitcoin Cash. So that's why the interest rates are so high. So that may be a decent indicator of what the value of Bitcoin Cash will be with respect to Bitcoin. But who knows? It's hard to say. Just have your own private key. I'm expecting I've done some simulations on the difficulty adjustment algorithm that Bitcoin Cash uses. I think it'll take about 2 days for that to kick in, but once it kicks in, it goes down pretty rapidly and ends up at around 10-minute blocks, assuming the hash rate stays constant. But who knows? It's very hard to simulate whether rational miners sort of coming onto that chain if the hash rate is low and the price is high, in which case you can have like really fast blocks after that, and it doesn't adjust back until 2016 blocks later. So these are all things that are very hard to figure out at the moment, but suffice it to say, hash rate will be fluctuating somewhat on Bitcoin Cash once it gets going.
At least there's always drama in Bitcoin. Just like to thank everybody for watching. We have around 200 live viewers. If everyone could give us a thumbs up and a share. Just want to let you guys know we've had a lot of negative thumbs up lately, even before we start the video. We believe these to be automated, perhaps a botnet. Maybe people don't like what we say. So make sure if you do like what you say, or at least you think it's all right, give us a thumbs up so that other people can see this, because people are trying to make sure that they don't see it. And I know how the internet hates that. We're also joined by Tone Vase with a quick check of the markets. How's it going, Tone?
Hey guys, it's going good. Thanks for the update, Jimmy. I remain a huge skeptic of Bitcoin Cash that is going to amount to anything. And the market seems to agree with me. I mean, the Bitcoin price is right now at 27.60 on Bitstamp. And according to my weekly charting analysis, Bitcoin becomes a buy on the weekly chart using Bitstamp price the moment it goes above 28.25. Just as a reference point, the previous time Bitcoin became a buy using this indicator was back in April at a price of around 12.30, 12.40. That was the last time this same indicator had said buy. So the moment we start trading anytime this week above 28.25 on Bitstamp, it becomes a buy, and if we're lucky, hopefully it will lead to the same momentum that the previous buy did. On the daily chart, as of today, it did turn into a buy, and I tweeted this out a little bit earlier, so please check out that Twitter. And we became a buy this morning using Bitfinex prices this time at around 27.61. So the moment Bitcoin broke 27.61, it became a buy using the same indicators. We also bounced off the 50-day moving average. And because the fallout from this bullish pennant was brief and we got back to it within a couple of days, this $650 pop in price is actually still in play from this bullish pennant, because the price never went back to the beginning of the pennant, which is all the way down in a $2,300 range. This pattern was never fully removed. And here is that tweet from earlier today. It gives you a little more details as to what numbers represent. So please check that out on Twitter. So back to you, Thomas.
Just like to thank everybody for watching. And if you want to subscribe to the World Crypto Network down below, we just did a show yesterday with the creator of XBT.eu. That's the website that's been giving us all the signaling information about SegWit. It has a little circle. It was a really fun interview. We hung out with him yesterday. And thanks to you, we had about a Bitcoin in donations. So thank you for supporting the XBT creator who gave us all that information. Also, I don't have them that handy. But yesterday I did get a donation while I was in the mall, and I was able to purchase the Snapchat spectacles. So if you want to learn more about these and see 10-second videos from my life, follow Mad Bitcoins on Snapchat. Should be fun. Thank you for the donation. I wouldn't have bought them on my own. But we're running out of time. Thanks to everybody for watching. Give us a thumbs up and a share. But we're out of time. Bye-bye. But our trip was different. It was a classic affirmation of everything right and true and decent in the national character. It was a gross, physical salute to the fantastic possibilities of life in this country, but only for those with true grit. And we were chock full of that.